have water flowing over roadways right now. It is important to remind you, turn around, don't drown. We're going to have numerous low water crossings flooded. We're looking at our traffic cam right now.
It's I-35 and
Concordia by the upper lower decks there.
Oh my goodness.
It's nearly a standstill.
Yeah, it's not moving. I can understand why. You're going to understand why too when you look at the radar here with me. Let's check it out. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 6:45 p.m. Right now, this only includes Hays County. We have a large severe thunderstorm located to the southwest of the Dripping Springs area. We are seeing now some low-level circulation in this storm. I mentioned what Sean was talking about this morning when he started looking at the velocities in the thunderstorm and started seeing it wind up and rotate. That's a precursor. That's called a mesocyclone. That's a precursor to an actual tornado developing. I'm not saying we have that yet in this storm, but I am seeing low-level rotation, so we're going to have to keep a close eye on this as it approaches very heavily populated suburbs of Austin, including the Dripping Springs area. If you are in Dripping Springs right now, stay indoors, away from windows. Don't be using electrical appliances. Right now, this is just a severe thunderstorm, but it produced some hail that big out there in Blanco County. Now, it doesn't look like it's got that size in it right now, but I bet it's at least the size of quarters falling in that storm in northwest Hays County. Storm track takes it to Fitzhugh at 624, Cedar Valley 634. It'll be up into Shady Hollow and Austin 650, into South Park Meadows 703, and then headed on up through the middle of Travis County. We'll continue to track it as the time gets a little closer to that hour. We also have a flash flood warning out here. Blanco, Gillespie counties until 8:30. We had an inch and a half of rain in 30 minutes out here. I mean, these are torrential downpours. Do not drive across any flooded road in this area. Turn around, don't drown. We have strong thunderstorms there headed up toward Lake Buchanan, Llano, but none of these are severe, kind of your run-of-the-mill thunderstorms right now. We've got a flash flood warning for Gillespie County. You were under flash flood warning last night. This water's going into the Pedernales River. That's flowing down toward Lake Travis. We just blogged about this week. These storms producing this kind of rain. We don't like this early in May when we're forecasting a very wet May. And that is incredible lightning right there, headed generally toward Fredericksburg. Likely we'll get up into Llano County. We'll keep an eye on that storm. That could be our next severe storm. And again, the Hill Country, scattered storms back into the metro area right now. Southern Williamson County, Georgetown, you're about to get it with a thunderstorm. That's headed up toward Lake Georgetown and Sun City. We have a storm over and just south of Cedar Park, headed up toward maybe Leander. We have a thunderstorm in North Austin, headed up toward Pflugerville. We've got storms everywhere. We've got them over here around Manor right now. It's storming at Lake Travis. Nobody should be on Lake Travis right now. It's storming in East Austin right now. It's winding down south of there at this hour. And then we have a thunderstorm over there toward the Elgin area at the present time. All of us in a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. Large hail, damaging winds. And as we learned this morning, even when you're not in a watch, you can get an isolated tornado when the Storm Prediction Center puts you in that slight risk area we talk about so often. Looking at the weather maps here, look at all that stuff still popping up out here. We've got a wave of energy coming at us all the way from Mexico and originated in the Pacific. That's what's doing this tonight. What's going to happen overnight? Well, we're likely to continue to see some scattered activity according to this model, maybe even into the overnight hours. But here comes the good news. After 3 o'clock in the morning, I think the sun's going to come up on Saturday, and somehow we're doing it again. We're going to squeeze in the dry days on Saturday and Sunday. It doesn't usually happen that way. We got a lot more rain coming next week, though, folks. This may end up being 4, 5, 6 inches of rain. We're not liking what we're seeing next week. This model now says 3 to 4. Every other run, it'll say 5 or 6. So we got to watch out next week, and maybe severe weather next week, too. 60s, 70s tonight. There's Georgetown. That storm's moving into Georgetown right now. Let me get you to the forecast here. 63 and stormy. Look at there. Saturday looks fine. Now, there is a 20% chance of a shower. If it rains on you briefly tomorrow, don't call me crazy. Sunday, partly cloudy and 84. And then next week, Monday to Friday, often on severe weather with possibly heavy, maybe flash flood producing rain at times.